Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the FrostBytez gaming experience. So, Dawnstar said that she heard a spirit talk about some kind of treasure that we can go out of our way to pick up. And where that is actually hidden right behind this fountain. So you want to go behind it. There's going to be this little aura around it with a chromatic urn, or a hidden urn that you can open up to get yourself the final weapon that you can get, the Blade of the Broken Bow, or Burrow, or however it is you want to pronounce it. How good it is, I'm not exactly sure. I've never used it before, and kind of just want to stick with the spear for the rest of this. You get to choose whether or not you want to go as Silk Fox or Dawnstar for this upcoming fight by what you state as the main character earlier. If you did what I did and you say, hey, you know, Dawnstar should accompany the princess, and you get to play as the princess. Or if you tell the princess to accompany Dawnstar, you get to play as Dawnstar. There's really no difference in how they both control for this upcoming fight. I just kind of like Silk Fox's sword in comparison. I think it looks a lot cooler, and that's literally the only reason why I went on my way to pick her over Dawnstar. So we got a couple interesting fights coming up here. One of them is, again, we're going to be using Silk Fox, or if you chose, you could choose to use Dawnstar as well. We're going to be protecting Kang against upcoming Imperial forces. The thing is, it doesn't really matter nearly as much because these guys can be taken out with relative ease. It's only 2 strikes, I believe, and that is it. They are down for the count. And you just have to hold off. You just gotta make sure Kang's health does not drop to 0 before the time runs out. But once you take care of enough of them, you can just wait for them right at the entrance. And everyone, including the upcoming Lotus Assassin, go down with only a couple of hits at most. And that's really it. Thus basically stating that, in some cases, your followers are stronger than the main character himself. Because we've never taken out, you know, the Imperial army this quickly, utilizing our main character and his ever so popular 2 kicks. But yeah, just wait until the timer goes down for part 1. Part 2 is the exact same. I'm a little stuck though in this section.
Nuts and bolts. One of the fuses came loose. I need another minute or 2.
Even though it sounds like you're getting hit, you're not really getting hit. And you can easily take care of them instantly. They usually pay more attention to you than they pay attention to Kang anyways. How his health got down to 60%, I'm not exactly sure. I know he took a couple hits in the beginning, but he only got down to maybe 80. How he got down to another 60, I'm not exactly sure. It must have been with his attacks. That I can understand, taking that bit of a hit there. But usually they pay more attention to you than they pay attention to Kang anyways. Especially when he goes further out. But another 30 seconds and this little mini game in a sense will be done. I mostly see it as a mini game because, again, your enemies fall so fast that it's really just that. There we go. Ow! Ooh, this one actually survived a couple hits. And in 3 seconds we will be done. Even with one more person here, the minute that timer goes out, you continue on.
Get away before it explodes. The fuse is a short one.
You don't really have to actually try and get away. It's all just cutscene based. Alrighty, so this is the first part of us taking over for our allies. Now we got a second part coming up. I love this. The jingle's like, no! You can actually hear him too.
Fires don't stop at bridges. Our friends at the temple may have only gained a few minutes.
Oh man, the golem usually does a second roar. You see him just go, and you can actually hear it too. It's rather quite funny. Anyway, so yeah, with that done, we will actually head back to the inner temple where we will be taking over for Black Whirlwind for the second time in this game, but with some more fun for him.
Damn, they've given us a few minutes already. Dawnstar and the princess did their job too well.
Which upsets him because he wants more fight.
That's better.
So yeah, a few are going to be able to get on by, but not a whole lot. This sounds like one of the songs in Bleach. Actually, one of my favorites. I can't remember what it was called, though.
Big one. Finally, a worthy fight.
So he says. So, we get to utilize the Black Whirlwind again. Exact same stance as earlier, but as you can see, there's a little bit of something out in the distance over there. What could that be? Why, it is some wine. So basically, any damage that you take, you can immediately heal by just picking up any of Henpeck's, you know, wine that he leaves for us. Wine, beer, alcohol, liquor, whatever it is, it heals you up to full and gives you full key as well. There's a number that showcases how many enemies you take down, but I believe once you take care of the giant Jade Golem, however many you take out, like when you take care of the rest, it immediately ends right there. You can take some damage here and there, but it's okay too, because again, you can heal up just by going by. Thank you, good sir. And just going right back to the fight. You do take a lot of good damage from going against the Jade Golem, though. So don't be too reckless with it, because if you get stuck in a certain area, he can easily take you out in a couple of shots. Unlike these guys that go down in 2 hits. Once again, showcasing that they are, in fact, stronger than the main character. But once you take out the giant Jade Golem and then the rest of the Lost Assassins around, you're done. I'm not exactly sure what happens if the number keeps going up. I tried looking around and couldn't really find a relative answer. I'm pretty sure whatever the reward is not as good as compared to what we've already got. It's a little bit better just to get it done as soon as possible and move onward. Anyways, Black Whirlwind's down. Got ourselves some close fist points because we are the Black Whirlwind. That is all we get. And it sounds like we got a bell going off. Wonder what Sky's doing.
Distracting me from the cries of my enemy. Sky better have a good reason for ringing that bell.
Well, we're going to find out exactly what that reason is. So we will go look.
Let no one pass. Not with all their parts, at least. You go. I'm having too much fun here. Come to my axes, all of you.
I like how he says, you know, come to my axes, but in his case, that's going to be too boring. It just means that they die instantly. All right, so what was the bell ring for? And I like how the little, like, the moving waters there are flowing, even though it said that it wouldn't anymore. So what's up to me? Yeah, trap signal. Have I forgotten something?
This is something I couldn't tell you about. Please, give me a chance to explain. You'll like what I have to say, I hope.
Now, I don't remember. It's been forever since I did a closed fist run. I don't know if what Sky does changes based on if you're open palm or closed fist.
But I assure you, I did not plan to betray you. You showed me that the world, my life, is not as pointless as I once thought. My daughter is long dead. Their offer only shows how desperate you have made them.
I don't remember if you go down the road of the closed fist if he actually does agree to help them. I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, so yeah, what are we going to be doing?
I agreed, but hear me out. I couldn't risk that someone else in the group was also tempted. They might tell Death's Hand the plan was discovered.
Which is why I kept it a
This is a
secret.
chance to isolate the leader of the troops. Death's Hand thinks that he and a group of assassins will enter the temple unopposed. But I have a surprise.
So that's what he was asking Kane for the explosives for. Basically, he's luring in a trap to where he can take out all of the Lotus Assassins and then let me go one-on-one with Death's Hand. Now again, I don't know that if you go down the closed fist route, if he does this or not. It's been forever since I did a closed fist route. I'm not exactly sure.
He's an arrogant one. I doubt he'd consider the possibility that my loyalty to you would be stronger than my fear of him. The bell was the signal. He'll be here.
And we will be ready.
Thank you for this opportunity, by the way. I could never face Death's Hand myself, but I want to make him pay for thinking I would be so weak. Use my daughter against me, will he? Make him hurt.
That's the most,
Very good.
like, truthful thing I've ever heard Sky say. That's a very creepy sound. Sounds like I'm going against Darth Vader. In fact, it looks a lot like it.
Again, you slab of blood.
So my guess is in the closed fist route, you know, and again, this is just a guess, I don't fully remember. I don't think he presets any of this, so you have to go against all the Lotus Assassins and Death's Hand. Again, I could be wrong. Chances are I am. I only did the closed fist route one time back in high school, and that was well over 10 years ago. There's no way I'm going to remember. But now it's time for me, Death's Hand, 1v1.
You have a better grip on your fellows than my master thought. The plight of a dead child is difficult motivation to resist.
Anyways, we will call him by his true name. Let's go ahead and move this out of the way. There we go.
That name means nothing. I am the
Your
will of
ellipses
the
says
Emperor.
otherwise.
I am Death's hand. Sun Li commands that you die. I must obey.
Now it's time for the 1v1 fight.
The will of the Master guides me. The strength of the dragon empowers me. I cannot be defeated. I must obey.
Now, he's not entirely wrong there about cannot be defeated.
You know nothing about me.
I know your name. That's more than anybody else.
Fists will not defeat me. Not one
You know what?
of
You're
us.
right. My fist will not defeat you. You're completely right. What about my staff, though, on the other hand? So as you can see, I took a lot of good deal of pain there. We want to go with the staff so we can keep a good distance between me and him. Because if he gets a full combo, even with the amount of health that I have, it does half my entire health bar worth of damage. One combo from him. And as you saw by him hitting that one attack, it already did a good chunk of my own health as damage. So, we want to keep our distance between us and him by utilizing the demon staff and just getting our 2 hits in and then just reforming where we're at. Because like with other enemies, especially sword-bound enemies like Death's Hand, if we get a little... I don't know what caused that there other than probably stepping on that one thing weirdly. If we get him cornered into a wall and we hit him too many times that we start getting too close to him, he's actually capable of getting free hits in on us. So you want to be careful on how close to a wall you get him. And if you do, you always want to make sure you take a couple steps back with every hit you give to him. Because again, if you get way too close, he'll be able to use that distance to be able to get a really easy, fast couple of attacks on you. Now, he does have healing, so be careful on that. And with how low he already is, even if I do run out of focus when attacking him, when he tries to heal up, I should be able to take him out with my legendary strike relatively easily. Oh boy, camera's not really cooperating with me here. Yeah, he's getting some health in, but that's it. Death's Hand is down-zoed. I'm going to see if I can get myself some focus first. I think I got it.
You refuse to see it, don't you? You must know who Death's Hand is by now, but what he is...
How can I hear you from all the way over here? I'm on the other end of the
He
room.
is more than Sun Kin ever was.
Because now he's basically just a suit of
Somehow
armor.
I linked him to the stolen power of the Water Dragon, and bound him to my armor to taunt me. An unrelenting, unbeatable force that wore the face of my betrayal. Now he is mine.
And yet you don't see the irony in all of this. How did I get here so fast? Well, then he talked for a long time. Anyways, yeah, I'm tired of talking.
My words so injured you in the past. There was no malice in my use of your talents. You were merely a tool.
That seems a little bit maliceful.
Convenient path to power. I had no choice. My brother had no restraint. A world under his heel would be chaotic and violent.
And yours would be so peaceful.
In order. I will ensure that everyone is safe within their roles.
Within their roles. In other words, you're just as bad.
You claim intimate knowledge of me. I should have suspected that a journey through death would reveal many secrets.
Actually, I learned that from one of your past students. So, you know, even before I died.
Sorrow at their deaths did not bring me here, but rather anger at my brother for destroying my possessions in so petty a manner.
So he's more upset that his family died at the hands of his brother in a petty way. And I like how he referred to his family as possessions. You can clearly tell that he really isn't anything like we originally thought in the beginning of the game.
You are bound to this power, and you will not stop until this fool is dead.
And yeah, because he's technically already dead, he's just a spirit now. Now, in my test play, I did not have enough intuition in order to do this because I try to balance my stats as best as possible, so we're not even going to try with it. Anyways, I can take him away from you. Power, I can shape you with the amulet. If it's useless, while you can restore him, I'll turn his spirit against you.
You have learned much about your heritage as a spirit monk.
So basically, we can unbound his spirit from the armor.
All dead. Their skill did not save them.
But yet mine will.
Do you intend to rescue Death's Hand? Perhaps you think you can appeal to his conscience, to the remnants of kin that swim in that helmet.
Which is exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to unbind him from the spirit. Anyways, let's see here. Resist by him, and then I can set him free after.
Even if you could, I believe you would find it difficult to release so valuable a tool.
And I've got enough tools at my disposal with how good my team already is.
Pit your will against mine. Take him if you can.
So here comes like another little bit of a mini game in a sense. We are gonna unbind the spirit of Sun Qin from the Death's Hand armor and do essentially a battle of spirits. We will be controlling Sun Qin, and Sun Li is going to be controlling the armor. This is actually a relatively fun and easy fight, because Sun Qin has really fast attack speed. So what you want to do is go in, get a really good combo of attack speed, and then dive on the side to stop any counterattack that could possibly come in. Because Sun Qin has really fast move speed, and as you can see, really fast auto attacks. And if you do a side swipe in between, Death's Hand won't have any time to actually get an attack in during this case. Easy. We have now freed his spirit. Not really. We still get an option if we want to free it or keep Death's Hand on our team. But if you know me and the route we're going, we are going to free him. We've already got a good enough team as it is.
You have cut the strings to my puppet, but you will know defeat soon enough. I grow closer to the heavens by the minute.
And I get closer to taking you on every minute. By the way, where'd you get that windshield? That is mine.
See if you can throw away such a useful tool. I will face you at the height of my power, in the heart of my empire. Your master awaits you, child.
And we will see how it goes.
Please, let me rest. Let my spirit find me of some peace.
So again, you get a choice if you want to keep him on the team or not. You could also like talk with him about it. Again, I'm gonna free him.
Is diminished with my
From what I remember, he is actually a really good ally to have because again, the attack speed that he has is faster than anyone else on your team. But again, the AI doesn't really utilize it to the best of its advantage. Obviously, I mean, it's the AI. They can only really do so much, especially during the time that this game came out. But we free it because we are nice guy. But our team, unfortunately, is about ready to be taken out by Big Guy. But with Death's Hand spirit released, the Jade Golem army that was at his command goes with it. Now, how this works, I don't exactly know. But I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm going to take it for what it's worth and call it good. As everyone is still alive. We are almost there, folks.
But how long will this peace last?
That's a very good question. Probably a couple minutes.
The day already drags like an overloaded ox. Our enemies should be more efficient.
I do not shy from meaningful combat, but eliminating your boredom is not a worthwhile cause to fight for.
Let the man have his fun.
If there's no wine, there should be fighting. That's the way of things for a warrior.
He ain't wrong. Anyways, have y'all recovered?
It won't take much longer to lick our wounds, even if the victory was ours. No doubt the enemy awaits us.
So he's got a good... And it's because he has the amulet right now.
I appreciate the need for haste, but the marvelous dragonfly will need some adjustments.
The need for adjustments gives you a chance to talk to all of your comrades one last time, but they're all really short, so we might as well do it.
For an initial assault. Give me a few moments.
But yeah, so the reason why Sun Li is draining the spirit of the water dragon much faster is because he does have the Jade amulet now that he took it off of our body. We just have the spirit of it in us because we only really used it to like help us focus. But now that we've gotten stronger, we just have it within ourselves. We don't need an actual physical amulet to take advantage of it.
Your master is a formidable opponent. We cannot leave the Empire in his hands.
You ain't wrong. Anyways,
I will be ready.
Most people you talk to will give you those two answers. I've made a lot of tough decisions, or I'm going to strike him down, mean, close fist route, all that, and I just got to go. That's really about it. It kind of gives you everybody's one last sense of, okay, what's going on beforehand. The biggest thing you can utilize out of this is actually talking to Little Wildflower one last time. Anyways, yeah, just go ahead and be ready. We've already done our whole romantic talks and all that good stuff. What about you, good sir?
Boredom is always greatest before the storm. Could we poke a stick in the eye of this little squall and get moving?
It'll come soon enough.
I always have my fists, so I'm always ready. If I lose those, I'll have bigger problems than missing a fight.
You ain't wrong. Don't want to lose your hands like that.
Actually, better safe than sorry. Kang, make me a wine bowl I can hold with stumps.
Yours or someone else's?
Oh, see, that's...
Now that's the kind of
See,
idea.
this is how you know that certain people can easily get along. Black Roland and Kang are like, oh, they're perfect destructive tools together. What do you got to say?
I've seen everything that I believe in torn apart, one after another. Hopefully it is all over soon. The sins of my family must be dealt with. Only then can the Empire regain the glory it has lost.
One step at a time now.
I will be ready. Don't worry.
And again, we're just getting the final thoughts of everybody. Again, the biggest one is talking with Wildflower, because then you actually get a little bit more dialogue with her.
I look forward to the day when we can return to our simpler lives, although I doubt that will be easy for everyone.
In other words, he's still afraid of his wife.
Oh, it will be easy for me. I just cock an ear to the wind and listen. Eventually the shouts of my wife will make their way to me.
Poor bastard.
I hope everyone has so clear a path, and a more peaceful arrival.
Well, at least he's hoping for the best for all of us.
Hello again. Do you want to talk to me or the Guardian?
Well, we kind of want to see how you're doing there, kiddo.
I'm better now, thanks to you. You put the other back down in a place where he can't hurt me anymore. You've done as much for me as the Guardian, and I'll never forget it, no matter what. If things here, if they turn out well, I hope someday when I'm older, we could meet and be friends again.
So basically, she wants me to be her new
I
teacher.
know that to stand by you, it won't be me. It'll be the Guardian. But my hopes go with him.
And that's all we can hope for, kiddo. Alrighty. So you could ask more about like how she feels about this place, and she just says that it's a really old place. You could ask, you know, the Guardian, what does he feel about this place and all that. But we got more important tasks at hand.
Dragonfly is ready. We don't have to worry about landing too many more times. Just make sure you are done talking to everyone. I lost the interior baffling, so you won't be able to hear a thing once we are in the air.
But that's all we need, because we have to call it apart right there, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, we're going to do our final ascent into the Empire. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. Catch you all in the next part.